11 here. Today I am going to teach you chapter number 7, that is ratio and proportion. Today my topic is proportion and dividing a quantity into given ratio. When a quantity is given to you and how to divide that quantity into given ratios. Given ratios. Suppose some amount of money being divided among 2 students or 3 students. Okay, amount of money being divided between 2 or among 3 in the given ratios. Suppose rupees 10,000 to be divided between 2 persons, Ram and Shyam, in the ratio 2:5. So how that amount will be divided in the given ratio, that we will learn by dividing quantity into given ratio topic. Okay, so let's start with proportion. Okay, what is proportion? Here, please read till then. Proportion, please read. A proportion is two ratios. Is two ratios that have been set equal to each other. Okay. A proportion is two ratios that have been set equal to each other. There are two ratios and both ratios are set equal to each other by equality sign or by this proportion sign or by this is proportion sign. The equality of two ratios is called proportion. Equality of two ratios is called proportion, and consequently their terms are said to be in proportion. And for the proportion, the symbol is these four dots. Okay, for ratio, this is the column. This column is the symbol for ratio. This is ratio. And when we talk about proportion is two ratios that have been set equal to each other, and the equality of two ratios is called proportion. Equality of two ratios is called proportion. So consequently their terms are said to be in proportion, and symbol for proportion is these double column like that. These four dots. Okay. Suppose two sets A ratio B is proportion to C ratio D. You can take here any number, and for example, to understand this topic of this proportion, let's take one of the example here. If the cost of 2 kg of onions is rupees 60, 2 kg of onions cost is rupees 60, and cost of 5 kg of onions is rupees 150. Okay, that is 150. Then the ratio of the weight of onions. The ratio of the weight of onions is, weight of onion is 2 kg and other is 5 kg. And as I told you, ratios are the quantity which are in the same unit. Ratios are the quantity compared, that is in the same ratio. In the same ratio, in the same units. In the same units, you can say in the same quantity ratio in the same units. In short, we can say the ratios are the quantity to be compared which are in the same units. So unit same is kg, 2 kg and this 5 kg. Okay. So the ratio of the weight of the onion is 2:5, and cost, and the ratio of the cost is, for 2 kg onions cost was rupees 60 and for 5 kg onions cost was rupees 150. So the ratio of the cost is 60:150. 60:150, that is in rupees. Ratio of the cost of the onions is in 60:2. We call it is 2. This ratio, this column sign is that in mathematically is 2. And and in English it is colon. It is called colon. 150. So both means the ratio of the weight is set equally with the other set of ratio. That set of ratio is in cost, and first set of ratio is in kilogram, and other set of ratio is in rupees, the cost. Here it is weight and it is cost here. Therefore the term 2, 5, 60 and 150 are in proportion. How they are in proportion? Let's find here. If 2:5, a proportion sign is here, and 60 is to 150. Okay, this is in rupees and this is in kg. You can say kg and kg. Okay. Now, when we are going to find when you are given to determine if the given 4 terms are in proportion or not, so there is one of the formula. There are 4 terms. 1, 2, 3, 4. There are 4 terms, and these terms are called extreme terms. We call these as extreme terms. Okay? We call these extreme terms, and these are called middle terms. These are called 5 and 60. These terms are called middle terms because both of the terms are in the middle, and extreme terms outside. The terms which are outside here. 2 kg and 150. These are called extreme terms and middle terms. Whenever you are given 2 set of ratios or 4 terms, and if you are asked to determine if they are in the proportion or not, so the product of the extreme term will be equal to product of the middle terms. The product of extreme terms is equal to product of the middle terms. Okay. How will you write this in formula? Product of extreme terms. Product of extreme terms is always equal to product of middle term. Okay. This is the formula how to determine if the given 4 terms are given to you, to find if they are in proportion. If product of extreme terms is equal to product of middle terms, then the given set of 2 ratios is called in proportion. Product of middle terms. So here extreme terms are 2 and 150, and other is middle terms 5 and 60. Product means multiply. Okay, product means multiply. So here it is when multiplied 300 and 5 6 30 0 only. So 300 is equal to 300. 300 is equal to 300. Means the product of extreme term is equal to the product of the middle term. So we can say कि 2:5 proportion to 60 ratio 60 is to 150 are in the proportion, or we can say कि the terms 2, 5, 60 and 150 are in proportion. Okay, let's take one of the question here. If you are given, determine if the following are in proportion: 40, 50, 100, 125. Determine if given terms are in proportion. Are in proportion. Proportion. So how will you write this? Again, same method to write in mathematical form. Mathematical form here. 40. Write it as sequence wise. Okay. Sequence wise write it as 40 is to 50. Proportion to 100 is to 125. So here 40 and 125. These are extreme terms. These are extreme terms. Okay. And 50 and 100. These are middle terms. These are middle terms. So according to the formula, the product of extreme term will be equal to product of the middle term. Product of extreme term will be product of the middle term. Okay. Then multiply the extreme terms and same formula will be followed. Product of extreme term will be is equal to product of middle terms. So here extreme terms are 40 and 125. Product means multiply. That should be equal to product of the here middle term. 50 into 100. Okay. So multiply 125 here, formula here 5. Okay. 500 not 10 here 5000. Okay. 5000. Okay. Both are equal. 5000 is equal to 5000. Both are equal. So we can say कि yes. What will you write? Yes. 40, 50, 100, 125 are in the proportion. Are in the proportion. If product of the middle terms is not equal to the product of the middle term is not equal to product of the extreme term, then you will say कि the given terms are not in proportion. Now here product of the extreme term is equal to product of the middle term. So we can say yes, 40, 50, 100, 125 are in proportion. Are in the proportion or are in proportion. Okay. In this way you will solve, and if missing quantity is there, put in that in place of missing quantity. Suppose this was missing, put x in that. Put x in that and find the value of unknown. Same method, product of the extreme term here, product of the extreme term here, 40 into 125 will be equal to x. Sometimes you will be given missing terms. Okay, x into 100. Then x will be equal to 40 into 125 divided by 100. Okay, divided by 100. So 25 5 ja, 25 4 ja, 4 10 ja, 40. So in place of x, there will be 50. In place of x, there will be 50. That was there 50 over. When missing term is there, you will take x in place of that, and you will same apply this formula here. Product of the extreme term is equal to product of the middle term will be followed here, and you will put the value and get the value of the unknown. Get the value of unknown. Similarly, now next topic here, dividing a quantity into given ratio. Dividing, please note down till then. Dividing a quantity into given ratio. Okay. So let's take other topic here now. Dividing a quantity into given ratio. Suppose we have to divide the prize money of rupees 1000 between Sia and Vinu. Okay. In the ratio 7:3. 7:3. So we will divide by this formula here by applying first part is equal to first term divided by sum of the terms into number or value. Let's write one of the question here. Suppose we are going to divide next topic is here dividing a quantity into given ratio. When amount of money or quantity or value of something is given to you and you are asked to divide in the given ratios between 2 or among 3 or 4, then how to do that? Suppose divide the prize money of money of rupees 1000 between Ram and Shyam. You can say Ram and Shyam. So in the ratio will be given to you. In the ratio here 7:3. 7:3. Here first term is 7 is first term and 3 is second term. 3 is second term. First term and 3 is second term. So first part, Ram's part, here first of we will take sum of the parts, sum of the terms. 7 plus 3 is equal to 10. And to get that, first part means Shyam's part. First part will be is equal to this. First term divided by sum of the terms. Sum of the terms into number or value. What is the value? Here rupees 1000. Okay, value is here, means this rupees 1000 will be divided between two persons, Ram and Shyam. So number is here 1000. Then second part will be is equal to second term, that is 3, divided by sum of the terms into number or value. Value is rupees 1000. Number or value. Okay. Now, how to get Ram's part? Ram's share. Okay. How to get Ram's share? Okay. How to get Ram's share? Here. Let's say here number is rupees 1000. So here we can do prize money is here prize amount is equal to rupees 1000. So Ram's share what will be his share? First term 7 divided by sum of the parts, then sum of the terms into value or number, that is rupees 1000. Okay, so simplify 0 with 0, rupees 700. Ram's share will be rupees 700, and then other person is second part Shyam's share. His share will be second term. Here second term. If 3 persons are there, take next. If 3 persons are there, third part will be third term divided by sum of the terms into number or value. Do as per the equation. Here Shyam's share is 3. Second term is 3 divided by sum of the part into value of money. Here it is 1000. Divide. This is rupees 300. So Ram will get prize money how much? Rupees 700 and Shyam will get rupees 300 prize money. Okay? Rupees, in this way rupees 1000 is divided between two persons, Ram and Shyam, in the ratio 7:3. So Ram will get rupees 700 and Shyam will get rupees 300. In this way, if 3 are there, you will find sum of the terms. And next when you take third part, take that the third term divided by sum of the terms into number of value. What is to be distributed or what it is to be divided. Okay? Do as per the formula and try to find a solution based on these formulas. Okay?